Consciousness itself is a reflection. How can it hold the real? Maharaj. To know that consciousness and its content are but reflections, changeful and transient, is the focusing of the real. The refusal to see the snake in the rope is a necessary condition for seeing the rope. Questioner. Only necessary or also sufficient? Maharaj. One must also know that a rope exists and look like a snake. Similarly, one must know that the real exists and is of the nature of witness consciousness. Of course, it is beyond the witness, but to enter it, one must first realize the state of pure witnessing. The awareness of conditions brings one to the unconditioned. Questioner. Can the unconditioned be experienced? Maharaj. To know the conditioned as conditioned is all that can be said about the unconditioned. Positive terms are mere hints and misleading. Questioner. Can we talk of witnessing the real? Maharaj. How can we? We can talk of the unreal, the illusory, the transient, the conditioned. To go beyond, we must pass through total negation of everything as having independent existence. All things depend. Questioner. On what do they depend? Maharaj. On consciousness, and consciousness depends on the witness. Questioner. And the witness depends on the real? Maharaj. The witness is the reflection of the real in all its purity. It depends on the condition of the mind. Where clarity and detachment predominate, the witness consciousness comes into being. It is just like saying that where the water is clear and quiet, the image of the moon appears, or like daylight that appears as a sparkle in the diamond. Questioner. Can there be consciousness without the witness? Maharaj. Without the witness, it becomes unconsciousness, just living. The witness is latent in every state of consciousness, just like light in every color. There can be no knowledge without the knower, and no knower without his witness. Not only you know, but you know that you know. Questioner. If the unconditioned cannot be experienced, for all experience is conditioned, then why talk of it at all? Maharaj. How can there be knowledge of the conditioned without the unconditioned? There must be a source from which all this flows, a foundation on which all stands. Self realization is primarily the knowledge of one's conditioning and the awareness that the infinite variety of conditions depends on our infinite ability to be conditioned and to give rise to variety. To the conditioned mind, the unconditioned appears as the totality as well as the absence of everything. Neither can be directly experienced, but this doesn't make it non existent. Questioner. Is it not a feeling? Maharaj. A feeling too is a state of mind. Just like a healthy body doesn't call for attention, so is the unconditioned free from experience. Take the experience of death. The ordinary man is afraid to die because he is afraid of change. The Jnani is not afraid because his mind is dead already. He doesn't think I live. He knows there is life. There is no change in it and no death. Death appears to be a change in time and space. Where there is neither time nor space, how can there be death? The Jnani is already dead to name and shape. How can their loss affect him? The man in the train travel from place to place, but the man off the train goes nowhere, for he is not bound for a destination. He has nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to become. Those who make plans will be born to carry them out. Those who make no plans need not be born. What is the purpose of pain and pleasure? Maharaj. Do they exist by themselves or only in the mind? Question R. Still they exist, never mind the mind. Maharaj, pain and pleasure are merely symptoms, the result of wrong knowledge and wrong feeling. A result cannot have a purpose of its own.